Sit back, relax, and unwind while Logan speaking his mind. Dives into things that he likes to learn the process behind. Come and hear a little chat, little this, a little that. A podcast with no limit of cap, and a host that can flow and can spit a nice rap. TPP, man, it's where it's at. You can listen on the shit instead of scrolling through Twitter, or maybe on the plane to the Xanax. Get you take a listen in your car on your way to work, and then at work cause your boss is a jerk, and you ain't trying to hear what they have to say. You know that report was due yesterday. Too late, take a break with your boy and make some noise while I get to the point. Y'all, this is totally potpourri. We can talk about anything, giving you variety. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Start it up now. We're gonna start the engine and we're gonna get it revving.
I'm gonna get it revving.
Eva, me, I'm going to give this one a direct hit. Huh? This guy,
Yeah.
he has come into my house with the microphones, huh? And this little thing, this one, he takes my table. He doesn't know what I mean for one. Take
God,
it
I love
back.
that. You got a really good Kenyan accent. It's
Thank
like you
you.
live there or something. For
Yeah,
a while.
dude, right?
Crazy, right?
I just watch a lot of Kenyan TV.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
Kenyan dramas and mainly comedies and dramas, which are comedy dramas or dramedies.
I guess that's a good way to like learn an accent. Some people can actually like learn English through television.
Through watching TV, huh?
Yeah, there was a wrestler named Kevin Owens who was born in like the Montreal part of Canada, so he first language is French, and he learned English through commentary on wrestling.
That's crazy.
Crazy, and you
Because you can see the
couldn't tell
correlations.
that it's his second language. Like he's got an accent, but that's it.
But he knows like wrestling, so he can see the correlations from
Yeah.
word to action.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because isn't that all that English is, right?
Like, how do you associate all those words? I
just
guess it's
words.
what's going on in the TV show, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
You ever think about like the things you say, the words that you say, and how little or how much or little meaning that they have, like in sentences and how you speak, compared to somebody who just learned English, right? So like us, we kind of have that, like people would say, what's the word for like slang, you know? We would have kind
so
of like
much slang.
yeah, we have so much slang and all these fillers are like and but it's that everyone understands that is American or speaks English like that. But if you're just learning, like a Russian guy who just learned English,
What
it's like,
is up? I don't know what
Yeah.
is up.
but all
This
your
guy?
all your
No.
words though, your words probably have a lot more meaning word by word than like a regular sentence from me or you maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cuz like everything is just like this one I know I want this. You just get direct to the point, you know what I'm saying? No beat around the bush, no
For
butts
real.
and likes. They're not saying like, but you know, like I don't know what you do. I mean, maybe I guess.
You ask him what's cracking. What's cracking?
Yeah.
What is cracking? My back is cracking.
My nuts. I was cracking them the other night, you know. I was cracking my nuts at home when I was watching Survivor on the TV.
I
The new
really feel
season
bad for-
premiere Survivor is out, dude. Bye.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How was that?
It's freaking amazing. It's everything I've ever wanted. Life did not start until Wednesday night.
Survivor started.
Until Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And you know what? Crazy. This season is all winners. So winners from all past
like
seasons.
All stars kind of
Yeah,
thing.
20 winners, 40 days.
Whoa. On
One-
an island that people already live at.
One Survivor double taking thing. No, it's not fake, dude. The game is real,
No, but
and they're really out there.
Yeah, but like people already live there.
What do you mean? People already live there?
You ever hear that Daniel Tosh joke
No.
where he's like, Survivor, that's a game in our country. We go to these
Oh, yeah,
places
yeah.
that people already live. And they're like, yeah, dude, it's really hard. There's no
I
Wi-Fi.
get it. Okay, I see
You
what
know?
you mean. I thought you were saying like the people in Survivor, like they've
No,
played there
no,
before.
I know.
I
I
get
believe
it.
that part's
Yeah,
real,
there's,
but
like, people
it's
who
funny
live
that
there.
That's a game to us,
Yeah.
to survive on this island, and it's like
We're such
people do
prissy
that.
little bitches.
People fucking do that.
Yeah, that's funny. I love Daniel Tosh, dude. His show is hilarious. He's just a funny ass dude.
Yeah, he's pretty badass
Um,
comic.
so in other news,
Another news.
a buddy of mine I went to high school with. Didn't really hang out with him too much, but I'm really good. I know him, and I'm really good friends with his sister too. And he just got caught robbing a bank.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Armed robbery?
I think so. Yeah, and for like $77K. And
Is that worth your life, bro?
I mean, at least 10 years probably. I don't know.
At
That's
least.
scary, dude. And it's sad to think about, man. I just saw him not too long ago, and he said he has having like a kid or something. And I don't know what pushes people to do these kinds of things, you know? And I mean, I'm not sitting here to judge. But they said that there was like a tracker in the money or something, and that's how they found the car. But it's like, man, I don't know. If I'm going to rob a bank, dude, I'm going to freaking research everything. Like what kinds of things. Because I didn't know they had trackers in the money. I just thought they had that blue paint stuff. So I was like, I'll wear a paint mask. But the trackers, I would have researched. And then it's like in Breaking Bad, how you got those dead spots. I'll find a dead spot pre-planned. When I successfully rob the bank, go throw all that shit in the dead spot. And then keep eyes on it. Maybe have cameras already set up to watch the dead spot. And that way you can see. And also keep eyes maybe from way, way far away. Just watch and see, are there any investigators coming up? Is anyone coming to look for this? You know, like who's coming here? Because if people tracked it, maybe they just show up. And it's like, oh, damn. All right. You know, I'm sitting back. You can't just bring it home.
No. You got to really be smart about it if you're going to go that route.
Man, but
especially to rob a whole bank. Like, I'm not going to say I would say it's easier to rob like a gas station, but you're not going to get as much money. So that means you probably have to do it more.
Yeah.
And that's more of a risk to get caught. That's the one and done mentality, which he probably was going for.
Yeah,
but, dude, you got to think that shit out, man. You got to, I don't know what you got to research, but you got to research. Yeah, like you're saying, the dead spots. And I don't know. You should know more about the ins and outs of a bank before you decide to rob it.
Yeah, man.
Because even if you get away with that money, it'll be traced.
Another good friend of mine, like, I don't know how long ago, this summer or whatever, he got caught robbing a Wendy's too, dude.
Why Wendy's?
And he's like a cool ass dude. Like, I mean, he's super smart. He doesn't smoke or drink or anything like that. Like,
but at that same time, see, it's not just like you're saying, they're cool dudes. So it's like, it's not like they're just these people that are so mischievous that they want to go around and rob these people and shit. Like,
what I think
they must be desperate for some cash, and this is the only way they know.
Well, in the second friend's case, the one I just told you about, I think what happened in his case maybe is that he did it once probably because he needed it for something, or because I read in the article, I haven't seen or talked to him, but I read in the article like he did other places too. Like the Wendy's was just when he got caught, but like he did one guy's like little convenience store, like the safe or something. Probably
boosted his confidence about.
Yeah, he probably like, and also maybe it's exciting and it's like, damn, I'm not gonna do this a lot, but that's what you tell yourself, kind of like doing drugs or whatever. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I do need this though for this. Where can I hit next? You know, and then you just start, and then you just get on a roll with it. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Like the thrill of it is probably what some people are turned on by. That would turn me away because that would be too much anxiety for me to do. It would, even if I got away with it, I'd be constantly wondering, oh God, is today going to be the day that they're going to call me and I get or
and you have to
show up at my door?
Dude, you got to cut all corners. You can't spend your money too much. You can't do anything. It's like, it's just so... I'd rather live just carefree, man.
Dude, I'd rather just get a normal fucking job.
If someone told me, hey, man, you want to rob this bank, I'll give you $1 million. It's guaranteed, 100%, $1 million in your account. I just need you to, like, drive, you know? I'll be like, no, thank you. Because guess what? That $1 million is not worth me losing, years of my life.
Future too.
Yeah, and I will not last in jail, dude. I'm telling you right now. Somebody... that 10%.
No, that pretty face.
That 10% gay is gonna turn to 90 probably. You know. I heard this Brody Stevens joke on Joe Rogan's. He said 10% gay. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I'm 10% gay. Like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I was with this girl. I didn't know she used to be a dude. You know, so I guess it makes me 10%. I don't know. He's like, because after I found out, I continued. So he's like, I guess I'm 20 now. After
R.I.P. Like Brody Stevens.
Yeah, I don't really listen to a lot of his stuff like that.
Not really either. He was more of a cult kind of. He was like a comedian's comedian.
Okay, yeah, because all the comedians love him and get him.
Like what's his name, Doug Stanhope. kind of the same
Yep.
feel there. Man, I love stand-up comedy, but that's one thing I don't know if I could have the balls to do. Like, it's one thing to be funny at parties or be funny with your friends
Around
or on a
people.
podcast,
Yeah.
but it's another thing to like write and structure out a joke and know that it's gonna at least make 70% of the crowd fucking die laughing. You know?
Or you're gonna eat shit,
Yeah.
and you have to deal with that.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, bombing up there, it would be. It's see, as a musician and a performer for music, it's easy when that it gives you confidence having that beat in the background. Because even when you stumble, you can kind of pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
But when it's just you and silenced, that's all you got is just that mic. That's what a whole show is about. When you stumble, it's gonna be awkward and
Excuse
shit,
me,
man.
by the way. Yeah.
Oh, it's all good,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
Because it's so quiet.
bombing would.
And the lights too.
terrifying.
That's one thing about when you do a performance
Lights
as an
out.
artist. Like the lights are kind of dimmer and they have different colors.
The light's like on you, beaming.
Yeah, beaming. You can see your bald spot.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, why you on me so hard like that, dog?
And it's kind of weird. You're just having like a conversation with yourself up on stage.
Yeah, and you're complaining about things to yourself, to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know, why the hell do we wait in lines anyways, right? I mean, who needs them? Just walk right past the line. Hey, what's up with white people nowadays, right? I mean, do we have enough or what? I mean,
There's got to be enough of them.
no, I mean, just
At
like,
this point.
no, but do we have enough? You know, we got so much. I mean, we got the privilege, we got this and that. I mean, it must suck to be a white person, but I'd still rather be a white person than anyone else. But still, it sucks to be a white person these
Go ahead
days.
and live with all that guilt and shame.
These are not the times to be white in this country. I've heard that on people comment sometimes. This is a hard time to be white in this country. Really? Really, is
Yeah,
it?
compared to, I guess, when white people were literally enslaving humanity
God.
and fucking getting more pay than the average person just because of their skin color. Yeah, it's a bit rougher because it's an even playing field more these days. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's rough out here. Our privilege is going away.
Man, I get paid the same amount as Jaquan. It's just, I didn't
How can I
think.
support my family?
Women can vote, you know? It's just like, why the hell do they need to vote? They're running for
I
Congress.
can barely afford my Maserati payments.
When did women earn the right to vote?
19.
Do you remember? 60 something?
I want to say the
50s?
60s.
Late 50s?
60s, I don't know.
Isn't that insane?
Suffrage.
That it was only like 50 years ago that like even just anything, any
God, you watch like old 50s TV and it's like, shut up, woman, smack.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Oh man, it's horrible. There was a show. Fuck, what show was it? It was this weird Netflix fucking show. Oh, it was so funny. It was like, it was recently made, but it was supposed to look like an old 50s show. So anytime the woman would talk, it was like somebody would like have her shut up and like hit her or some shit if she's acting crazy. But that
Wow.
she was like playing the stereotypical woman in the 50s there too, where she's
That
like,
is crazy.
yeah. What is it called? It was just supposed to be, funny.
Yeah, we'll have to
It was like
find that
comedy.
after the show.
Yeah,
We'll look,
dude.
just type in like 50s thing on Netflix.
God, what is it?
You know, let
I
me
could
find
ask
that
one of my
really quick.
friends that we all watched it in college. It was so good. God, what was it called? It was almost like Team America, but like in the 50s. And it wasn't puppets, it was real life. But like, it was the same kind of premise. They were out like to save the world and shit like that. From a Hitler. It was from Hitler. It was around World War II era is what they're trying to mock.
I'm not going to be able to find.
Whatever. Well, that'll be another topic for.
Dude, have
for the
you heard
show.
about The Circle on Netflix though?
Is that like a reality show?
Yes, and I dove into it expecting, I was expecting like, oh, this is just some
I
bullshit.
heard
Like,
it's really cringy about how like staged it is or fake.
no, it's heartwarming. It is wholesome. This show, dude, I went into it thinking this is gonna be bullshit, but guess what? I fucking cried, and I
Wow.
laughed, and I loved.
Even tooted a little bit.
I did watch while I was pooping one time. But, dude, I'm telling you right now, it seems like a stupid premise. Like, I thought it was bullshit. I just watched it because I was bored. Hooked. First episode.
So can you explain it to me?
So,
Like, the
basically,
premise?
the show, it has, like, 7 contestants, right? And think of an app where you can only talk through text to people. So everyone's in this apartment building, and they all have their own apartments, and they have to live, like, I think it's like 2 weeks in that apartment. Can't talk to anybody. You can only talk through this app. So it's like through Messenger, basically, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a profile, and you can upload like one pic at first. So you can either be a catfish or you can be your real authentic self. So some people chose to be catfishes and made it all the way till the end, you know? Some people didn't and got voted out. You talk to people through this messaging app, and the circle is in like every room, you know? So you can be like, hey, circle, open a new chat to Sammy, you know? But you look at their profile and you see, based on their description or whatever, like what kind of person they are. And then you have like group chats, and then they have games sometimes where everyone participates, and it's just like this fun thing. But like the people that they have on there, just really cool personalities, and it's just like a fun show, dude. I'm telling you, I love that show. I freaking love it.
So
it's based on one from the UK like 2 years
they
ago.
vote people off?
So eventually everyone votes for who they like the most. That's how it works. And then the influencers, there's 2 influencers, they meet and talk and vote out someone. So like block someone. So if you're not like, if you have maybe a bad attitude, or people just don't get a good vibe from you through the way that you talk and through your profile and all that kind of stuff, there's not anyone who was like, oh, we hate this person. There wasn't any of that really, but they have to choose someone. So they keep the people that they've been close with, you know, and then they vote out. It's not like a super, like, it's not really tactful at all. Like, it's not strategic. They're not playing to like,
right.
They're playing to win.
Not like one of those like Survivor or Big Brother.
No,
types.
like they're playing to win, obviously, but they're
what-
also
they win
playing
prize
with their
money, I
heart and
assume?
stuff, you know, and like making
Yeah.
relationships. And it's fun to watch them like develop these relationships through this app and like really get to know each other. And then the end episode, they all become friends. I follow on Reddit the thing, and there's a lot of fans. People said the same thing. They're like, I thought this show was gonna be bullshit. It's a good show.
Weird.
I love
That's
it.
Interesting to me.
Yeah.
That's almost like a Black Mirror thing, though, where like you can only communicate to other people through the social media
Through this app. Yeah.
and fucking text message.
I think I would be good on that show. I would like to do it, but I want to be on Survivor first.
So you don't even like social media. How do you think you're gonna be good on it?
Cause I mean, I'm good at talking with people. You know, that's what it is.
But
It's
you can't
not.
talk with people. You just text, right?
Yeah, you text, but you talk like to the circle. You know, hey, circle, open a new message. You know, say this. But you are talking to them though. It's through
It's just
text, but
through
you're still
text.
talking to them.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like social media where you're just scrolling bullshit and making random posts of these different videos. It's like, it's an app, but it's just a messaging thing. You know,
Gotcha.
there's no like social media. You like read and you're in
That's
there.
weird.
You can't
Did
bring in.
2 contestants fall in love?
Yeah, this one kid kind
You
of
know what?
developed a crush on this one catfish actually, and then found out at the end. It sucked. But yeah, this one dude did actually kind of develop this relationship with this hot chick, and then when she got blocked, you can choose one person to go visit. That's the fun thing about the show. They pick someone to go visit after they get blocked. So it's like, hey, why the fuck did you both vote me out, you know? Or, oh wow, you're a catfish. You know?
Yeah.
So they act, cuz they're in this place alone too. You got to think about it. They don't have their social media. You don't have anything. You just have these people to talk to. So it's like you're developing relationships with these people, and you find out that they're fake or something, and kind of like, damn, that sucks. So I thought we were cool.
It sounds like a social experiment.
Yeah, it is kind
Sounds
of.
like seclude somebody in a room with no human contact, but you can actually communicate with people via
Yeah.
the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like at least one person had to have gone crazy.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or at least lonely or something.
Yeah, at the end he's just fucking just typing random
But it's
bullshit.
not super long, you know, and probably like the thrill of the show and everything keeps them going. But it's a good show. It's fun. The
It's not
characters
like
are real
months on
cool.
end or anything, is it?
No.
Oh.
The characters are really cool and everything too. Like that's what the best part about it is like
Okay.
the characters grow on you.
I have
The
to
people.
check that out.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
You're going to New York
Mhm.
this week?
I'm going to New York.
Damn.
New York.
First time, right?
First time like as a cognizant adult. I went there
you
when I
went
was a
as a
kid
kid.
one time.
Do you remember it at all?
No, but I did drive through New York one time. We went to Toronto when I was an older kid, and I remember like the Niagara Falls and shit in Toronto side, and then remember we were in Toronto and I saw these kids pickpocket this guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I saw it go down, and I remember that's a story I told. And at this point right now, it's like
Did you chase him down and pickpocket him? Back?
no, but I'm at the point now where I've known that story for so long, but it's like, did I see that or was I just making shit up as a kid? You know?
I know exactly.
Like I can see it. I think I saw it, and I always told the story.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you if it's true or not.
There's things like that too. Like not to sidetrack too much, but there was a situation in high school that I learned real quick not to like. I unintentionally like started a rumor about somebody that I couldn't confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could have sworn it was true for sure, but I didn't have it confirmed because it was just something I personally saw. Told somebody in confidence. I don't want to get like too deep on it, but I told somebody in confidence about it. Didn't think he'd start spreading it, and all of a sudden, everybody in the fucking school knew about this situation, and I felt so bad because I was like 75% sure this was fact, but
that person had herpes.
no, it was about like a picture on the internet with like it was like a picture of a naked chick that I saw on somebody's phone with one of our classmates like face on it, like photoshopped over words, and I just thought it was weird, and but one person, and that one person
spread like wildfire.
And the reason I didn't know if it was 100% because we were going to like a Twins game or something, and I saw it on his phone because I was using his phone for music, and he was sleeping at the time, and I saw it, and then I took a nap too, and I almost thought maybe it was a scenario I dreamt up, so I started feeling really guilty about it. I did talk to that guy, and he did confirm that it was on his phone, but he had like a valid reason for why it was on his phone, and I wish I would have known that much, you know. But I learned a quick lesson about if you see something, don't even fucking tell one person thinking it's funny. He's just gonna hold it down, you know. Like you really gotta trust somebody. Yeah. Because I didn't want it to spread. I didn't want it to become what that was, and sure enough,
it did.
Wildfire, man.
Oh man, but there was a VeggieTales episode I saw about that.
Yeah.
About rumors.
VeggieTales.
It was like this rumor vine that kept spreading.
Mm-hmm.
New York, dude. I'm excited, man. We're going to visit a buddy who's in law school out there, and we're staying in the Bronx. And like the place that we're staying at is,
show me.
It's freaking.
There's even homeless people on the GPS.
Yeah, it's like New York. I mean, that shit looks thorough. You know, there's like the train thing overhead, and I mean, it looks really dope. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Coming back Monday morning.
I don't know how some people can live there, man. Unless you were like born and raised. It's just part of life of what you do.
Yeah.
But like, man, I feel like it'd be such a lifestyle change for me to try to move out to something like that where like you just got to catch the subway at this certain time now, and like you're on bus routes and subway routes and stuff. Like I'm not used to that environment. I feel like I'd get crazy culture shock from it, and I wouldn't know how to time management myself in order to get to places on time. It'd be a lot of trial and error. I don't know how I feel about, doing that.
Not only that, though, like not only the things that you have to do to keep up with, but like it would be a culture shock with your personality. Because like New York, they get down. Like I had a boss from New York one time, and this guy was freaking in your face type. And he's just this short little dude or whatever, but he's like super confident in your face. Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you what it is, okay? Hey, where you going? Where you come back here? You know, I'm talking to you.
Damn.
And I'm like, this little Puerto Rican dude, tiny, short, bald, but he's got freaking, he'll muster up whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And us being like Minnesota nice out there, like, hey, can I have a piece of pizza, please? Someone budges in front. Excuse me, I was here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my way. But it's just the way it is. It's like you can't take things too personal, Can't take it too.
I think my sister would do really well there because she's very confrontational type. We're like a perfect yin and yang, but she's got that New York mindset for sure, where she just tells it like it is, doesn't care about people's feelings in a way. Like she cares about people's feelings, but not like when she says things, she just wants to say what she thinks is truly how she feels.
Yeah,
and it can come off a little punchy sometimes,
Yeah,
but that's the mindset. I don't know how I feel. I definitely want to visit New York at some point in my life, but an extended stay there might get to me.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm going, because the experience, I think
hell yeah.
It's like I'm excited to just get out of Minnesota a little bit and move around, because I've been so used to that. I mean, I've been going these past even 3 years. I've been to Cali 3 times. I went to Mexico 3 years ago. I grew up in Kenya, back and forth from here and there a lot in the summers and stuff. I just used to traveling and not being in one spot all the time.
I was always curious about those kids that I hear about, like, say, Jimi Hendrix was one of them. He was like a military, they call him military brat, but that's not a good term. But it's like the
Yeah.
military kid who, like, his dad traveled state to state every year, like, always
Yep.
in different countries, even, you know? Like,
They have the same thing for missionary kids too.
I think it would be a cool experience to be traveling like that, but at the same time, for a kid to, like, have friends and a social life and kind of, like, just feel kind of, like, stable for once.
hmm
I don't know if that's healthy for a kid.
Yeah,
be
I don't
constantly
think so
traveling
either.
like that.
The military is different than the missionary kid because
Yeah.
the military kid, I see what you mean, and I don't
Mhm.
know if that's super healthy either. I mean, it's good for like the aspect of getting to know people really quick, but as far as building relationships and stuff and keeping them, they're gonna have that kind of personality. But the missionary kid is different. It's actually really good because yeah, you're not in Minnesota,
Yeah.
but you're also not moving back and forth crazy
Right.
like that. You're
Mhm.
just in your area, So some people, maybe they're in Cambodia and the kid grew up 4, 5, 6 years in
They give you
Cambodia.
enough time to make social life.
Yeah.
You know, and
Even in Kenya, like the missionary kids there, their parents who's been there, they stay there. Like those kids have been going to that school K through 12,
mhm.
They've been there since they were kids. Like they know Swahili. They're just these white boys who live in Kenya, But that's their life and they have it there. But if they were moving from like Kenya to Sudan to wherever, it's like they're not building any relationships and just moving back.
If
That's
I
not
was
good.
that person, just because my type of personality, I wouldn't even like. If I knew I was just gonna be moving the next year somewhere else,
You just
I
be like
wouldn't even
nihilistic,
bother to hang out with people. and
antisocial.
Try to make friends. I would become so antisocial.
Think about how sucky that would be though if you had this girl, like you moved to Philadelphia, right? And you're
Yeah.
in 10th grade and you have this girl in your class who's like super dope. You love her
Mhm.
personality and she thinks you're hot too and she thinks you're cool and
guys actually wanna date,
you
but
guys
who
want to date
knows?
and you're talking and then all of
Wherever
a
you
sudden
go.
3 months later your pop's like, "Hey, we're moving." What? No, I'm staying. I'm going to get an Airbnb.
You're 12.
A what? Airbnb didn't exist back then.
No,
Dude,
it didn't.
Airbnb made traveling
thing.
so much easier.
For real. A lot
Like,
easier.
We
Way
used to
more
just have to get
inexpensive.
hotels and stuff,
Yeah.
and like now you can just get it
That's
anywhere.
the only reason we got to Cali, because the Airbnb was pretty affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed out in San Diego, and it was a cool little spot.
Yep.
A lot less expensive than fucking getting a hotel that whole 5-day stay.
Oh
That would have been
man,
too much.
it'd be like $1,000.
And it was cool to like have our own little place to stay. We didn't really ever stay there
Yeah.
because it was just there for sleeping while we're out and about.
When
all
was
day.
this?
This was last. I was like 2017 May.
Who'd you go with?
2 of my roommates from college.
I knew you at that time, right?
Yeah. No.
Really? I've known you for 2 years now.
Since
3
I moved
years?
here in this Twin Cities, but this
Mhm.
is back when we just graduated from college.
Oh, okay.
So I was moving back. I was in the process of moving back home, but it was
Mhm.
right in May, so it was like literally we graduated 2 weeks later. We're on this vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dope.
it was pretty dope. It's a good way to celebrate. Lost a lot of money though. I
Yeah.
wasted so much. Oh God, I was such a fucking what do they call it? Out of towner, I guess, or like a
Mhm.
stupid tourist, basically.
Yep.
One time we were really drunk, and I thought
That's
it would
always
be,
a good way to start a story.
exactly. I thought it would be a great idea to like ride one of those rickshaw things, those light up like little bikes that.
Yep.
Yeah, and I thought we were a lot closer than where we were going out, like from the Airbnb. So I'm like, I got it, dude. Let's go home this way. So me and my friend get on this thing, and he takes us like maybe halfway there, pulls up to an ATM, and he's like, "Yeah, it'll be like $180 or something like that." I was like, "What? You didn't even you took us halfway there?
Yeah.
You're charging us that?" And he dropped me off at the ATM to get more money, and I didn't tell the bank that I was traveling, so then they saw these. They thought they flagged my
flagged it, yeah.
transactions, so I literally couldn't get money. It actually saved me cash because I was like, "Yo, my card's not working, but here's all the cash I have." It was like $80,
Yeah.
and he took it, and then we
That's
had
good because if your shit would have been working, you would have gave him more. You should have just said that anyways, even if it wasn't working.
I know, but I was just way too hammered, and we had to like walk the rest of the way back up this fucking hill. We started racing each other for some stupid reason. We ran up the hill, and the hill like kind of went down, and I was like trying to outrun him. I'm looking backwards, but the thing was already sloping down.
Oh my god.
Fucking trip on my feet, smoke it, start rolling down the
Oh.
hill. Got a big ass scuff on my wrist. I had this stupid tourist. I had a shirt that said Cali on it.
Yeah.
That I brought from Minnesota, and it's got like these hole marks on my arm now and shit because I just took a tumble, bro.
Yeah.
And I slept like I couldn't find a blanket, and I slept in the couch because I didn't want to get blood on the mattress. 'Cause I was
wow,
bleeding.
dude.
So I was like patching up, and I slept in like this towel, this white towel. This is bloody ass towel when I woke up. And I had to sleep on like a
Damn.
specific side because
Oh
you
my
didn't
gosh.
want to sleep on that. Yeah, it was a fucking battle when I left a piece of my skin out in Cali.
You're like, man, my Cali shirt is ruined. Where am I gonna get another one of these?
But that week ruined clubbing for me forever, for future reference. Like I had such a good time that I couldn't club here at all. Like
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even think of like now when I think of club, I think of these crazy places I went to. So
Yeah,
on
dude.
the Friday and Saturday we got separate. Like we did a bar crawl and then we did or a club crawl and then we did like they called it world crawl was the other business. But for like $25 to $30, we got into these places that had $45 cover charges, and it was like 3-leveled fucking clubs, like the shit you'd see in music videos or rappers would be at. 21 Savage was playing one of the shows, and like
Yeah.
it was cool because we're constantly moving to the next spot, you know, kind of with the group too,
Yep.
and just seeing those wristbands, you can kind of break the ice a little
Like
bit.
a bar crawl kind of thing.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it was just like I don't know if I'll have a better experience on a night out anymore, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
ever
going
since
out
then, man,
here
going
is
out
whack.
isn't the same. It's not the same.
And especially during the winter time, it's cold as hell, dude. I mean, hell's not cold. It's cold as
why do we say cold as hell?
cold as ice. Because when you
Cold
say
as
cold
ice.
as ice, it sounds like lame. It sounds like you're
It's
being
cold
like,
as ice out here.
it's cold as
No,
ice.
it's colder
what?
than fucking ice. Ice
Yeah.
is 32 degrees.
Ice is 32 degrees. I didn't know that.
Well, rain freezes at 32 degrees.
See, if you want to get straight to the point, you say
Oh.
it's freezing.
Yeah, well, it's as cold
Oh
as
man,
negative
it's
32.
freezing. Why do we always have to
Dude,
compare
isn't
something?
that nuts the week we had with weather? It went from
Yeah.
negative 40 with the wind chill to 40 degrees now. Like, that's
Ah.
80 degrees difference.
It's crazy. And
in
we only
a
had 2
couple
days
of
like that.
days.
But it's
Yeah.
crazy because 2 years ago we had a stretch where it was like freezing like that for like almost a whole month maybe. It was like really cold.
Dude.
But
yeah.
now it's mainly just warm all winter too. You
Well,
notice
it'll
this
get-
winter hasn't
it'll
been
get
that bad.
extremely cold, and then it'll just be like, all right, we're going to level out again.
Yeah, but like
It's
this winter
weird.
in general though, it
Yeah.
hasn't really been that bad. But
No,
yeah, there
no.
has been points where it's like really cold. But as far as like freezing, I think that might have been like one of the first times that I remember that it was like actually freezing outside.
Like maybe I can probably count on my hand about 3 days like that were.
See, I
super
can't even
freezing.
think of any because
But that's
here,
good. That's
my
a
little
good-
heaters,
yeah.
they don't handle that freezing cold that weekend.
Mhm.
My house was completely different. It was like freezing when you have them on blast. Normally, it's like you have these on blast, it's pretty hot in here. But it was still cold in here.
Dude, my room at home is not well insulated. So that really cold day, I was literally in my bed with all these blankets on my phone, and my
Yeah.
hand was like getting cold like it was being outside. It was like freezing.
Yeah.
My phone was cold. All my shit was just freezing.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah,
It's
It
crazy.
was bad, man. But if that doesn't tell you something about climate change, then
Yeah.
what else do you need to be
These winters
convinced
have
of?
been a lot more
nuts.
warmer.
It's just not consistent, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. That's what makes me believe in climate change is the inconsistency of things.
Yeah.
Plus the Amazon rainforest and the place in Australia catching fire, like
Yep.
the forest. That is good evidence too that we're hitting extremes right now. We just keep going from extreme to extreme, and the Earth is not stable right now as far as climate.
Yeah. You know, it says in the Bible about end times, you know.
Dude,
There will
some of the
be
prophecies, man.
natural disasters and one world currency and stuff like that.
That was the Daniel prophecies, right? Is that what it is?
I think so. I don't remember.
I watched a documentary on that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was freaking me out. The whole like they were very specific about the one world currency thing where like it's something about the exchange of a right hand.
Yeah.
So I was like, now they're implanting chips in people,
Uh-huh.
and it's like you can get that chip probably they'll probably convince you to get that chip in your hand with all your bank account information and all your stuff.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
it's convenient for us to be like
yeah.
we can just put our hand up to something and it'll have all of our information there, you know?
Well, eventually it's like we're not even going to have a phone anymore. We'll just have
Yeah,
the phone right
Like
here.
Google Glass.
You can talk to
in our
Siri
brain,
straight.
through your
Hey
brain.
Siri, can
chip.
you send Nick a message really quick? And then you just hear it. Or maybe you just think it. Yeah, what do you want to say? I want to say, what's up, fucker? You know? Or you want to watch some porn? You just. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Just in your office chair at work.
Yeah, you're in office because, like, you accidentally switched it on.
Yeah.
And then once you're in it, like, you're in it, you know? So all of a sudden, you're just like, oh, yeah.
You're just at your house, but like your parents come to visit. You're just sitting there.
Have
Don't
you
even
ever.
know because you're blanked out. You know, the screen takes your whole vision.
Speaking of, though, have you ever done a working jerk?
Oh, no. I'm not that confident.
I've done it before.
No. Get out of here.
Not at my current job, but when I used to work at this one place, they would have like this single bathroom area that you can lock the door and everything, and it was very like, cause like this place, man, you can't even do it there if you wanted to, dude.
Did you
Because
bring like a little travel size hand lotion or something?
no, I actually dry rub.
You're the dry rub.
Man,
That's
why do we
hard.
always end up
That
talking about
hurts.
masturbation
I
on
don't
this
know.
show, dude?
It's always you too. You bring it up. It's always on your
No, it
mind.
doesn't hurt, man. You got to be sensual about it, you know?
Ow, dude.
Yeah, some
one of
people
my
like that
friends-
buffalo, some people like that dry rub.
One of
you
my
know?
friends told me a story when he first was masturbating that he used to think you had to do this. So he was like pulling on it like it was a rope, like he was pulling a rope like a tug of war or some shit.
That's crazy. That's what I do.
So it's just red and chafing.
Hey.
Before we started talking about jerking off again,
Yeah.
I wanted to say I really believe that science fiction is just science that has yet to happen. Because the fact that people can still think of a way, not to like get to the actually know how it's going to work, but if you can think of that idea already,
Yeah.
then there's a way to figure out how to get to that. You know,
Exactly.
like just look at TVs and computers and shit and handhelds. Like that was all thought up of back in the day. And now science is just caught up and technology is caught up to that point where we can do that shit. Like
The one thing is time
so many
travel that
things.
we know of.
That's the one thing that's like hard to probably do because then you got to like start defying laws of like actual science.
Yeah, but you're
But,
right
like,
though. Man.
technology though, like that can always it always seems to be doubling every something years, right? There's like
Oh, it's exponentially. Yeah.
some kind of rule where like storage space always doubles every 2 years or something like that.
I don't know about that, but I do know that the growth of technology, especially at the rate that it's at now, if you look at a chart like from back in the thousands to 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like stagnant. Then like maybe agriculture and then, you know, factories in the 1900s or 1800s or whatever. But then and then like cars and then like a television or a radio and then a television and photos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then like now in the 2000s, it's like boom.
We got 4K video, bitch.
Yeah, like
Like,
once we're
before
at the
it was
level we're at now,
100
it's,
years ago, it was just like the fucking rolling film.
Mhm.
You know, like
But now
the
when we have
advancements,
AI, the AI is so much, it's even crazier than the human advancement of technology because AI will go like exponentially higher. So like it goes from this growth to now doom, like that. And that's when
once-
the singularity happens.
yeah, once we can get to that point where we can make AI to figure out things for us,
Yeah.
that's gonna be nuts. And it's gonna be like a Terminator situation where they take over the fucking world, and we'll be the slaves of the AI. It'll be
Yeah.
an ironic thing because we created them, but they will enslave us.
Like what if we have like an
Matrix.
AI thing to tell us who to be president and then the AI is like, the optimal choice for presidential capacity would be me.
I am the most intelligent thing.
There is no
Bitch.
other human I can think of. I
No
elect
human can
myself.
withstand this storage space in my memory banks.
Yeah, and then I elect
I know
myself.
everything.
It is the proven decision to elect myself. The decision has been made. All armies are now facing each other. It was just like, and then now it's HAL 2.0.
Dude,
But
for
you're
real.
right about the idea thing because when I was a kid, I saw the Spider-Man movie with the Octagon with the guy who had
Doc
the
Ock?
spider Doc Ock.
Love that.
And I
dude.
remember I came out of that movie thinking, I was scared because I was like, why do we even make bullshit movies like this? Because someone's going to get the crazy idea to build this thing and then they're going to go crazy and fucking kill people, you know? That's what I said. I was like, what if someone...
Then we actually need a real Spider-Man to save us.
Yeah. I was thinking it was like not just a movie. It's like, holy crap,
Fuck
this is
Hollywood.
giving someone an idea.
Yeah. But even like something as simple as like Star Trek, the sliding door thing.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's like such a trivial thing for us now, but if you would have shown somebody in the 50s watching that we like, you go to Target and the door goes,
Yeah.
1964, they'd be like, what the fuck? I'm in the future.
Exactly.
Something as simple as that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
It's crazy also like who thought of that, like, you know what, we don't need to open doors. I mean, who needs to do that anymore? We're in the 20th century. Let's develop a thing to slide them open and then everyone's going to have it.
Or prosthetics, dude.
Yeah.
The advancement of prosthetics has been crazy. Like,
Back in the day, you lose a leg, is done.
or like on Star Wars where Luke lost his hand and he's got that prosthetic arm. That
Yeah.
was just movie CGI shit. And now we have shit that's probably better than what they were envisioning up, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fully functional, like connected to your thought patterns. Like it's like an actual hand, but it's just metal. Like people can
Yeah.
become cyborgs if they want.
Yeah.
And how long do you think it would be till then where like it'd just be more advantageous for us to replace our limbs with robotic parts instead of just
Not
trying
long.
to heal normally, you know?
Not long at all. And even not only just replacing limbs and things of that nature, but once we do start implementing, once we can figure out the neural link, like transmitting neural pathways into like technology, they're already working on like nanobots and nanotechnology.
I just had on that
Yeah.
in my brain, the nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology, dude, that
Nanobots.
nanotech.
We could be made of just nanobots.
So the idea is, right, and I think Ray Kurzweil, he's the CTO, Chief Technology Officer of Google, or at least he was. I think. I could be mistaken that, but he has this grandiose idea of the future and of humans' lifespans with virtual reality tied into it, where you're kind of like living in this virtual, you can be anything or anywhere you want to go,
Mm-hmm.
and you have nanobots that are like your actual body, like cleaning up bullshit and whatever,
Probably
and
like the
feeding you or
Surrogate. Have you seen
something.
that movie?
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be just like that. Exactly. You'd be, or like the Matrix, you're just stuck in there, just, and then, but you have little bots swimming through to like fix your body up and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're just living.
But like literally, your real life would just become keeping you alive, just like going to get something to eat, just
Yeah.
to plug back in
Yeah.
to this simulated world. Oh,
But that would suck because
that
it's
would
not,
suck,
it's
man.
not the real
life.
world.
It's not the real world.
And people say,
But
oh,
maybe
it
could
is.
be better than the real world.
Yeah, but
that's
and
probably the appeal of it.
it could, but then it's like, okay, but really though, it's gonna be one of those things. I can see the movie now, right? I can
Mhm.
see the movie now. That's normal. That's normal now because it's like a slope, right? First, it starts becoming a thing, and everyone wants to be in it and do it, and then all of a sudden now you have like the lower class people who aren't in that, and they're in the real world, and then you have the upper class people who are in that. And the lower class people, kill them and steal from them and stuff like that. But then there's a girl who like grew up rich and she's in this fake world, and you can have all the things you've ever dreamed of, and you can go to multiverses and different places and all these fake things that we've developed in the simulation. But she somehow, maybe like this kid, this lower class kid breaks into the home and, accidentally trips one of the wires or something, and she gets out of it. Oh, what the hell? What is this? Is this my body? Like, what is this? And then she goes outside, right? And that breeze hits her. And it's nothing like the simulation breeze. You can smell it in the air and you can see the sky. Whoa, like, this is like the world. And then she picks up some dirt, And then she realizes I have to go against this simulation and that's the movie. That's where it starts.
Yeah, I
She's
like
the
that.
protagonist.
My main question before I would jump into that would be like, are there respawns? Because if you just had the one life, I feel like the simulation would be kind of cool because it wouldn't turn into GTA. But if there was respawns, everybody would be fucking killing each other, right?
Yeah.
If like, they knew there's no real consequence to it all and they're just going to respawn or whatever. It would just be like playing GTA online.
That is the problem,
right?
'cause
Where
you're gonna
everybody's,
have
like, stealing each
assholes.
other's cars and beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
That would be a shitty life to live. Like if that was society,
Yeah.
like if that's the simulation we're all playing, I would be constantly like looking over my shoulder, especially if it really did feel like real life to you.
Mhm.
But every day, But if we're all told in advance that this is your one life, so don't like play like strategic. Don't do risks like that.
What if that's like how it is now, but it actually is respawn? Like, what if we think,
What
we're
if
like,
it is respawn, but
what
they
we think,
make
like,
us believe that it's our one life.
yeah, it's like,
So
oh,
we
we
don't
got
go
one life to
fucking crazy.
live. Everyone
Yeah.
always says you only live once,
Yeah.
But like, what if it is
That's
some kind of
reincarnation,
simulation, and then it's like, yeah, but it is reincarnation.
I've belief is always a hard word for me when I talk about things like that, but resurrection seems like a valid theory.
I
It's
agree
like-
with the concept,
It
right?
energy can't be created nor destroyed.
Yeah,
So I feel like it just moves on to another form.
yeah,
Or just like one crazy thing is I thought of is like, what if I'm always Logan, but when I die, I wake up as like a younger Logan. Like I wake up as just me again, and I go through the same thing, but things are just slightly different. Like you just slip into the other parallel universes.
See, I can't catch that drift, man.
Yeah.
I can't. I get the ideas. I mean, well, I get the ideas. I don't. I hear people when they talk about these things, these
Yeah.
multiverses, and oh, what if I wake up as me in this
It's
other
hard to grasp
timeline?
your head around.
But I can't get with the flow. I've heard it, and I heard people talk about it and like multiverses, but it's like, dude, there's enough to try to wrap my head around than this like theories, Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and we can make any kind of theory because we don't know anything about anything. But I do like what you said though about like I don't like to say belief, and what I was
Yeah.
thinking is like I'm totally with that too. Like that reincarnation idea,
Yeah.
I'm with it. But I get it though, so it's like I agree with the concept. Like I like the concept. I
Mhm.
like the idea, and I'd like to think that that's what it is. But you're right, energy can't be moved or destroyed. So
Right.
really, like,
We either come back as something else or come back as ourselves. Is like where
Yeah.
my two deductions have gone. Like, cause that's just like
Well,
it has
whatever-
to move on. Like the energy.
but that's the weird thing is like whatever we think we are, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, me and you are two different subjective views of reality,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe we're the same kind of thing, which is like
We are.
like human, but then
basically.
human is the same as like any animal because everything is like experiencing consciousness or this world at the same time.
Yeah.
And so also like not only that, but like the idea of God, right, is maybe like when we do these things like xenophobia and we have fear and hatred for others, it's really bad and it's completely against what God believes in because
Right.
God is others and we don't even we're trying to be around things that look like us and people that are like us, but it's like there's nothing to be afraid of, baby. You know what I'm saying?
like,
Like
we're
we're
all
all on this
ourselves.
train.
Yeah.
And you just gotta freaking love each other and be open and not worry about anything because there's nothing to worry about if you think about it because this is all we know. Like literally it's
For
all
real.
we have.
It's all we have.
So
So why be afraid of it?
yeah, dude, because there's nothing to
It's here for you. It's here for me. It's here for all of us.
and
right?
how many countless people
Mhm.
have already been through it. So it can't be that it's not something that's like holy shit, this is horrible.
Mhm.
Because it's already been done many times. Well, I mean, like people's lives, they've lived lives. They're here now. Now they're old. They're ready to die.
Right.
It's like it's a journey, and it's like when you're in it and you're in our age of like our prime, and it's hard to see it because
Our
we have all
primes.
these problems, all these problems that we're going through and body aches or whatever things.
My body aches all the time.
But like when we are older and we are that age, all the things that we're worried about now, we're gonna be like, why the fuck didn't I just do that thing? Why did I care about that stupid job? Why didn't I go travel to that place? Or why didn't I open up more to people?
You do
And
not want to be the what if guy.
yeah,
That sucks. And it's like, I feel like if we could always talk to our older selves, they would always say, enjoy your youth for what it is. Take more risks, take more chances, like go out.
why
and
did I watch so
experience.
many shows and shit?
And
Like,
don't get so goddamn worried and anxious about
yeah,
the future
yeah.
because you're not living in the now. That's what my older self would probably tell myself too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we just watching TV shows and like enjoying our time
Yeah,
right
dude.
now. But it's like you gotta do the things that you're not comfortable with. That's
Mhm.
when you know you're doing something right. Is when you're doing the thing that makes you feel uncomfortable. you're branching out, you're talking to different people.
Unless it's like you're feeling uncomfortable because of your safety.
Yeah, but not that kind of uncomfortable.
Like
but
going
like,
to a crack house or something.
but like the reason why people don't do social things or something, because it makes them. It's like, you know, they're worried about putting themselves out there or going on a date or something or whatever it is. They'd rather just be in their comfort zone of being at home. But it's like, if you do that thing, if you do that show or that comedy show, or you just go up there on stage or whatever it is, you're going to end up, even if it's a bad time, you're going to not regret it, right?
For the most part, for sure. I've had some times I'm like, I shouldn't have went out. I should have just stayed home. But
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
But that's,
totally.
that's different. I mean, that's like, yeah, that's bullshit going out with whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like the things that's like, oh, I'm home all the time. I don't have a life.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, hey, you want to go out to drink? No, I think I'll just go home and watch TV like I normally do. You know, I get the time that you're talking about. I've had plenty of times where I went out and it was bullshit.
But I totally agree with that point too, where it's like you just feel too comfortable and you don't want to like go out, even like when people invite you and things like that. Like, I was always kind of told from my sister, she said the best time she had in college, or like when she didn't even like plan on going out.
Yeah,
yeah. Like the spur of the moment stuff. So that I've always had that in the back of my head too. When like last minute somebody's like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight? We're all going out. Do you want to meet up?"
Yeah.
So I usually do that, and for the most part, it's always seems to be a good time. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
So it is.
Same.
Yeah, they can catch you off guard, and who knows? Like maybe you were meant to do that because universe called to you and you got to answer. But yeah, it's hard to go by yourself to like things like that though. Like just the bars and shit, you know. And
I think I should try it though.
Be that creepy guy at the bar that's just like trying to talk to everybody.
Or I wouldn't even be talking to like anybody probably. I just want to go just to see what happens, you know.
I'd go to Up Down like I did yesterday by myself.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Bar, bro. It's good, man. It was a fun time. Skee ball was fun. I haven't played that.
Like what kind of games did you play? You played skee ball? Did you play any arcade games?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Was she into all that shit?
Yeah. Still got a crack in a Mortal Kombat. The only shitty thing with the arcade games is like I don't know how to do the fatality combos, and there's no pause that you can like look it up like the new games and stuff. But I just respect the classics. But I just wish this bar was like one of those low key spots that not a lot of people know about because it was so busy, dude.
Especially on a Saturday night.
All the good games are taken up, so we're just constantly just trying to move around and find a game.
Yeah.
And then when you did get on a game, there's a line behind you, like waiting, and you felt like an asshole if you wanted to keep playing. So that's the only shitty part about that bar is like it's just too busy, it's too popping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just want it to be my spot.
Those Saturday nights too, they'll get you.
Yeah, dude. Saturday, and it was like a decent day out, like temperature wise.
Yep.
Love that space though, man. Up Down is the best.
Yeah, Up Down is tight.
But I want to go at like 3 when it opens up. Like go there in like an afternoon, and then maybe take the party somewhere else if like you want to do those all day party days. Like sometimes you gotta have those weekend warrior days.
Or even like early evening, like 5, 6, and then you just got done eating, and then you go there, and it's just starting to kind of get some people in there.
And you can finally play all the good games, and then by the time it gets packed, you can.
What time were you there at?
We went there at like 8.
So oh yeah.
It was not a good time to be there, I guess.
Man.
But, I mean, it was packed. It was still a good time. I had a great time. It's fun, man.
Yeah, it was packed at Osaka on Valentine's Day because me, my brother, my niece, and my mom we're gonna go to Osaka. My mom's never been. And so we get there and we had this reservation, and I walk in ahead of everybody else. And they're not, my brother and my mom and my niece aren't coming in yet. I'm like, where are they? So I guess there was this altercation. This one chick with her boyfriend, she like pushed the dude up against the window, choking him like this. Like, and my niece saw it all, and like she was yelling obscenities and just like choking this dude. And my niece freaked out. It was like traumatizing for her, and she like ran away. I don't want to eat there. I don't want to go there, you know?
Oh, wow.
And like she didn't want to go back inside. Even after they left, she's like, I just don't want to go there. Which is probably for the best because it was like 8:30. We probably wouldn't have got done eating until like 10 o'clock. Yeah. It's so busy. But it was, it's crazy because you could tell even we went to another restaurant after that, and you can kind of tell she was just a little traumatized by seeing all that because like there were some people laughing, and then she just kind of like got up a little bit like, look, like what's going on, you know? Like it's crazy. I mean, I can only imagine her poor little innocent eyes, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's horrible for a little kid to see. And it's also like, what can that guy do when that chick's beating the shit out of him in public? Like,
Yeah.
if he even hits back, it's gonna be a whole deal.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a whole deal.
Like that's crazy. You choking this dude, and they
Yeah.
were saying something about a picture. You know, he probably liked something on Instagram or.
Like, yeah, dude. I don't condone anybody beating the shit out of any kind of gender. So that goes both ways. It's just like what can they do to retaliate? It's just gonna look bad for both parties now.
Yeah.
You gotta like take it, and then people are like, oh, like if a man experiences abuse, they just call him a pussy, right? Because he can't do anything back. But it's like, why would he be a pussy because of that? Like,
yeah. I wonder what like. I know I heard something about Johnny Depp being in a bad relationship like that where he was getting
really?
abused. Yeah.
Damn.
But I wonder like how do men respond to that? I mean, you have to get out of the relationship, obviously, but you might have to report that kind of abuse too, because it's a real thing.
Oh,
too.
definitely.
I wouldn't say it happens more at all.
No, not at all. Like,
but still, it does happen
sure.
though. So
it does happen.
We have to be cognizant of that stuff.
Exactly.
Right?
Absitoodles. I'm gonna trademark that word.
Absitoodles?
Absitoodles. You've heard it here first.
Put it on some Webster Dictionary. What does absitoodles mean?
It's like, absolutely.
With like an extra...
Just an extra weirdness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Absitoodles.
Is it that time?
Reddit on Reddit?
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. Let's turn it on. Don't tell me this is the first time you saw this video. I see my friends. Put up the mic. Put up to the mic more.
She said they're sitting in the front seat, sitting in the back seat.
Friday.
What seat can I take? There's only one seat left. She's in the middle.
Weekend.
Friday.
Forward to the weekend. Yeah.
Partying.
Yeah. Fun. You know what? People make fun of that line specifically a lot, but I remember Jay-Z saying cake.
Cake.
And he's apparently the GOAT of hip hop.
Yeah, but you're comparing
Arguably.
Jay-Z being able to like have this incredibly awesome flow on this song.
Yeah.
And then just flowing with it, just cake, because that's the concept of the song. And then her just Friday, everybody looking for Friday, fun. Yeah.
Fun. Fucking stabs you at the end of the video.
Fun.
Having fun on Friday. Shit, dog.
Reddit on Reddit.
Reddit on Reddit time, baby. Do you want to start off with one?
No, you do yours.
Okay. To shift gears here, how do you know if your problems are bad enough to see a therapist? So one of the answers that was the top one was like the fact that you're asking.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that makes kind of sense, you know?
One that like, your friends can't answer for you.
Yeah, that's something like, if you're already kind of thinking it, then that's kind of your first sign, I guess.
Yep.
And I don't know, a lot of people like to compare their problems and stuff, like the whole like starving kids in Africa thing where like,
yeah,
there's, like say you don't, you're feeling bad if somebody brings that up, being like, oh, there's starving kids in Africa, so I don't feel so bad, which I get that, but at the same time, it's kind of undermining your problems too.
Yeah.
So everybody's got problems. It's something that we shouldn't ignore.
That comparison stuff. Yeah, it's so true. Because when we think about the comparison issue, we only think about like with the modern day of social media and like, don't compare your life to others, because they're only showing their highlight reels, what they all say. And like, don't compare, you see somebody doing great, but we don't think about the comparison to belittle your problems by comparing to people who are doing worse than you too.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have it so bad. I mean, there are, starving people out there. There's homeless people. I guess, my problem isn't that bad. You still need to address your problem.
Absolutely.
You have to fix it. You got to find a way. Be gentle with yourself.
And it says here, you don't even need problems to see a therapist. If you feel the need to talk to someone, just to let out what's in your head, you can go see a therapist. It's like, it's not like
Yeah.
you have to have like a certain condition.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing too. You always think like there has to be a diagnosis. Like I have to be like schizophrenic or such and such
No,
and things like
no.
that. You know, like to see a therapist. Like no, you don't. You can be
Dude,
a normal dude with
yeah.
normal problems, and like if you got something off your chest that you can't, you don't feel comfortable giving to like a personal person, then yeah, seek it. Like
Yeah,
it
man.
can
I
only
had
do
some
good.
I had completely normal things that were kind of bringing me down a little bit, and I went and talked with
Stress,
one,
too. Same.
you know, and it was like really normal, and I mean, it was just having it's good to have that non-biased vessel to talk
Yeah,
to, you know, versus like
absolutely.
your mom who's always going to tell you what you want to hear
Mhm.
kind of and make you
Yep.
feel good, your son, or like friends, they know you. But someone non-biased can kind of put you in your place or you know, help you work through things. And then I stopped going because it just costs way too much.
Dude.
But
Dude.
there's like an app now called like Talk to Me or something where people can, you know, reach out to like anybody to talk to basically on there. I think it's like a therapy kind of app. I don't know how it works, but I'm just putting it out
Yeah,
there.
it just sucks that things are expensive, you know? Like people that
Yeah.
weren't seeking help are now going to be struggling to go get that help.
Yeah, man.
You know, like not to sidetrack too much, but it's still about the inflation of things. Like my dad got he got a new set of kitchen knives, and like they're kind of slick, and it felt like he dropped it and it fell like and hit like a he's got really thick veins on his feet,
Ooh.
and it punctured one of the arteries or whatever. So it was on New Year's, so they had to go to the ER. It was a lot of blood, he said, but it was
Yeah.
like he was fine basically, and all they did was like super glue his little incision, his little cut, and they charged him $1,000.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, good God, and he has healthcare, so it's like, how the fuck is that $1,000? And they called it surgery on his receipt.
Oh man, dude, it's so sick. I mean, there's an Adam Ruins Everything YouTube show about hospital bills and stuff, and
Yeah,
the reason why it costs so much is because of the way that the hospitals work with insurance companies. So they ended up making these new bills to bill the insurance companies so that it's something to benefit insurance companies where if they pay a lot more for these things, it's something with there's some way that it benefits them basically. But the problem is that so if you're with insurance, then yeah, you only have to pay. I mean, that's crazy amount, but still,
Yeah.
most of the time it's like you do a deductible or whatever. So your thing's $10,000, you only have to pay like 500, whatever it is. But like if you don't have insurance and you need one of those operations, you have to pay full price that they charge, full ticket that they charge
It's
the
nuts.
insurance
And
companies.
it's nuts, man.
So crazy, man.
It's like, how is it so expensive just to get health out here,
Yeah,
man?
this isn't
It just sucks. Like,
a little beef stew on my
so
shirt.
expensive just to like help each other out. Like, my God, I get like paying people decent rates and stuff like that, but good Lord, I feel like it's just too much right now.
Someone just left me a voicemail.
Oh boy.
It sounds weird, but I have this voicemail from my ex-girlfriend, and it's still on my phone. And sometimes I listen to it just to like hear her voice.
That's
You know.
half cute, half tragic.
Well, it's just like this nice voicemail from
like I
her.
want to go, oh, but I'm also like, oh.
Yeah, well, it's like this nice voicemail from her, and it's just like she has this very like kind of cute and specific way of talking, and it's just nice to hear sometimes. Like when I feel sad or something and I feel down, I listen to it and it just makes me feel good. It's not that
Sounds
whatever.
like it's gonna inspire some lyrics and some songs coming up, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be a good concept to go off of. Called voicemails. Or
Man, dude.
something.
I tells you. All right, Reddit on Reddit.
You got one?
What are some other ones? Oh, yeah, I got one. Where is it? I'm sorry, folks. Got to pull it up. I was taking my voicemail really quick.
Ooh, I got one.
What?
What is the stupidest way you've injured yourself?
Ooh.
Do you have one?
Yeah. It was in my dorm in Kenya. I went to a boarding school for 2 years, and we were having dorm cleanup night. So everyone was cleaning up their dorms and their rooms, and everyone had different jobs. Some people had bathroom, this and that. And the hallway was freshly mopped. And I was like, hey, look, let me run down the hallway and slide. But I fell, and my foot went straight into the doorway, you know?
Ooh.
So the door is open, so
Yeah.
you just have that solid wall. and my foot went right into the wall, and I fractured my foot like that.
Damn.
Oh, but that's actually not. Let me take that story back, because the dumbest time I've ever injured myself was when I was BMX biking when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be like a BMX biker. I skated too, but I wasn't really good at it, neither BMX biking. But I went to a park, and I had the bike with the pegs and everything. And I'm at this park, and I'm probably like 11, 10 or 11 years old on this bike, thinking I'm doing something. And so I'm going up this ramp, and I knew how to go up ramps, but I wasn't good going down ramps. But if I took my time, I could do it. But I'm up, and it's one of those double ramps, and I'm at the top part, and I'm just hanging out right here. And then I see this older dude, this biker. He's on this other ramp over here, and he's doing his tricks, and he's coming to this ramp.
Oh shit.
And I freak out because I don't want to get in his way.
Right.
So instead of going back the other way, I'm like, let me just get off this ramp, and I just turn, and I just bike right off the ramp. And I think that I'm just gonna land on both wheels, but instead I freaking went straight down, dude. Ooh. And I broke my arm.
Oh
yeah,
dude, I have a near injured experience on bikes. I was never really too good at doing tricks or ollies or anything like that on bikes, especially not skateboards.
Yeah.
My just friends around the neighborhood had this makeshift little ramp that they're going off and ollieing and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I barely even biked that much as a kid. I lived in a cul-de-sac, so there's a big circle around me, and I'd pretty much just do the circles and maybe go to the block or two away to my friend's house and stuff. But these guys were actually biking a lot more.
Yeah.
And trying to do tricks and stuff. I was going up there. I didn't even think of jumping with the ramp, so I was speeding up, and I didn't even assist in the getting air at all.
Oh, just try to you just let it go.
I gotta jump. I didn't even jump.
You just
I
let
just
it
rode
go
over it.
Yep.
And I landed on one wheel, and I was nose wheeling for a good 10 feet. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking smack my face
over,
on the concrete here. I thought I was gonna go head first. I was,
oh
and then
my god.
I went back, and I actually landed it. And then I was like, yeah, I meant to do that.
That's crazy.
They were laughing their ass off.
Yeah, that's scary.
I mean, if I would have hit my face, I probably wouldn't have laughed as much, but
yeah,
maybe even harder. Who knows?
I've done that before. I was on a bike with really good brakes, but I didn't injure myself like that. But I was on a bike with really good brakes, and I was biking real fast.
Yeah.
And I broke, but the bike had, like I said, really good brakes. But instead of breaking the rear brakes, I broke the front brakes, and I flew right off the bike.
Yeah, oh my god.
I just flew straight forward.
Ejected.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Doctors of Reddit, what's the biggest case of faking it you've ever seen? When I was a kid, I learned I could fake sick and get out of school. So 1 to 2 days a week, I would get a migraine and hold my head and complain, and I would get to go home. Eventually, my parents took me to a neurologist who said, maybe you just don't let him eat chocolate and sugar. I admitted to faking and was grounded for a long time.
Oh shit.
Because he told him to stop giving him chocolate and sugar.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I still want chocolate and sugar. I was just faking it. 30-year-old woman came into the ER with such excruciating belly pain, paralyzed. Oh God, it hurts when you press there. Must have oxycodone now. ED doc said if she can get out of the ED bed and do 20 jumping jacks, we can give her the oxy. She did 20 jumping jacks, then got kicked out of the ED.
Those tricky bastards.
Wow.
That's so stupid.
What a dumbass on her part.
I need oxycodone. Some people, man, won't do anything.
Someone
They're
said
not the brightest about it.
Someone said doctors should get a side gig as a personal trainer. My mom's an ER nurse, and she said once some crazy lady came in and complained that she had the whooping cough, and whenever she coughed, she followed it with a loud whoop. The right way is to cough before you whoop. Whoop cough. I'm in ICU and ER nurse. We get a lot of malingering in the ER. One day, one of our frequent flyers came in and started faking a seizure in triage. Now, obviously, I know this lady, and she's fake seized a million times before, but this time it's in the lobby in front of about 30 people who have no way of knowing that it's fake. She's rolling around on the floor, making a damn fool of herself, and folks look horrified. I walked up to her and said calmly, "Karen, what are you doing?" To which this genius responds, "I'm seizing." I told her to stop seizing, so she did.
That's fucked up.
Would love to see the face on all those people watching this unfold. That doctor is a miracle worker.
Wow, he's like commanded her to stop seizing. That was it. Who would have thought? What's the closest thing to hell on earth?
Oh, man, I would have to say solitary confinement, maybe.
I was gonna say Kentucky.
Damn.
I'm playing.
I've never
I don't even know
been.
anything about Kentucky. But this guy says, legit, I've got it. Drive around Los Angeles for a few hours on a hot day in a car with no AC, and then make a wrong turn and get stuck in the middle of a freeway and stopped traffic both directions. No way off. No way to move.
Oh, man, that
Ugh.
would suck, dude. I would say also just
Wrong
like,
turn, you make 30 minutes added to your trip.
and you have to pee really bad.
Oh my God. That would be a good addition.
Yeah.
That would make it just over the top.
And you have extremely dry mouths from smoking all the marijuana down
Mhm.
there, and you have no water. So
That's hell on earth.
yeah.
Damn.
I was gonna say,
That's the only hell on earth.
man, like summer school, you know?
That would suck. As a kid, that's hell on earth.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Having to do presentations and stuff.
DMV.
That is,
The DMV.
oh, dude, that's so many times I've went there and just waited and waited and waited.
I had to go to the DMV a few weeks ago. It was super crowded, slow as fuck. I had my 4 and 2-year-olds with me. I was positive that I had died and gone to hell.
Yeah, dude. Also, like everyone around there is coughing and stuff, and there's just all different kinds of people. You're just like, oh man, this place is just. And the people who work there don't give a shit
I don't give a
about anybody
shit.
or anything.
Oh, so funny how it's got such a notorious reputation. 'Cause everybody experiences the same bullshit. So the best way to deal with this is to drive 2 or 3 hours away from yours to a super rural location and do it there.
Yeah.
Go to these small towns. I'd probably do that if I had to go to the DMV again.
Mm-hmm.
Got another topic?
I was gonna say, which news has made you say, what the hell is wrong with this world? And someone said, a guy dropped his tokens in an arcade and kicked a kid that tried to pick him up for him. All the news.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Young woman brutally killed and skinned in Mexico. Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. The one where a child got molested by a priest, the kid ended up killing the priest by slicing his throat wide open with his crucifix. The irony.
Oh, I think that was a recent news story, too.
Yeah, I never heard about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
It's ironic as shit. That's irony written to a T.
when I heard that someone put fireworks in a polar bear's mouth, but he didn't die right away, I cried for an hour. I can't believe there are monsters. Like, damn, that sucks, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. Animal cruelty is one thing where I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with people? Come on. We're better than this. You
I
know?
got a good one.
Yeah.
Do you look at poop after you're done? Why or why not?
Absoltoodles.
Yes, to monitor my health. Then someone said, yes, to
Same.
monitor this guy's health. Yes, because I want to see the
So
masterpiece
he's
I've
looking at his
created.
poop, right? Is that the joke?
Someone said, yeah, because I want to see the masterpiece I've created. Why do you smell the toilet tissue then? To admire the aroma before the flavor. To see how worthy the pain was.
Gross.
Yeah, gotta admire the shape and consistency of it there. Gotta check
is-
that length.
Low key is
Don't
it's
forget
a
the
good way to
girth.
check your length, and it's a good way to just check your health for sure. Your poop tells a lot about how you've been doing inside. But have you ever had those super long poops that like they're peeking out of the toilet water?
Yeah.
Woo!
And it's got a little
I swear
curve to it.
I swear I had like a 10-incher at one point.
Yeah.
It was long.
Oh, dude, for me too. Seriously.
Like it wasn't a world record poop by any means, but it was hefty length.
There's been times
Subway
where I was
sandwich
like
coming out of me.
a Subway sandwich,
It's more narrow.
but not that kind of girth. Yeah.
No, not the curd.
More like a
length.
Slim Jim.
More
Or
like a Jimmy John
yeah,
sub.
not a Slim Jim.
More like a Jimmy John sub.
Or what would be a good comparison to that? Like a freaking, I don't know, but
Full-on hot dog.
you ever had one that is like it's so much work, like you're constipated or something, and you get a couple things out, and you feel like it's you've done some good work, and then like you look at it and it's like just like two little pebbles or something. You're like, what the fuck? I thought more came out of me. I know there's more in there now.
Especially if you had to like take medication, like my friend who did surgery, so he had to take the medication and it clogged him up for a few days.
Yeah.
He said it was like a softball coming out of his bung.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I've had a similar situation where I didn't poop for a few days, and then I was scared. I was scared to poop because I probably had so much buildup that I thought this was just gonna rip me a whole new asshole. I was fucking scared. I'm like, here comes the blood. It's gonna come.
Oh man.
It didn't come, and luckily, it was just a little bit of poop.
Just a little bit of poo.
I was scared, man.
Just a little
Being
poo
backed up
coming
that
out
much,
there.
and we were eating a lot. I was like at a cabin trip, so we're just eating these big ass meals. I was trying to ration myself until I actually had a full poop.
Yeah.
The third day, I think I was there out of like 5 days. Finally had the poop, and I just felt victorious, man. I was like, I got over it.
Yeah.
I had a poop. I went upstairs. I was like, all right, y'all, I pooped because they knew about me being clogged up.
Mm-hmm. There was a time when I
They're
was
like,
a kid in Kenya. I was at this camp or something. I didn't poop for like 5 days.
Damn.
Yeah, because I didn't want to use the toilets.
Oh, you were a shy pooper.
I'm a shy pooper, and
I
I
was a
have a
shy
bashful
pooper, too.
bladder too, dude.
Ooh, yeah, I've been to like T-Wolves games or like sports events where I'm trying to pee, and I know I gotta pee because I had a few drinks, and I couldn't do it because it was so crowded in there.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, shit, I know I gotta pee, but I can't. I just
Dude,
can't get over it.
And
sometimes.
then it's like I was at work, and I always go to the little stall on the left
Well,
because
that's a big one.
here's
Enjoy
why.
yourself out
No,
there.
because here's why. The big one on the right, right?
Yeah.
Someone might not be like me and doesn't mind peeing in the little one. Or so they might actually like, oh, I want to pee in the big one. So if I take the big one to the right, their only choice is to come next to me.
Oh, you actually like pee in the toilet. You don't use the urinals?
No, I'm talking about the urinals.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking, there's 3 urinals. There's
three. I
a
always take the
small
left
one. Yeah, there's a small left one,
Yep.
a middle one, regular size, and a right one,
Yep.
regular size.
Okay.
So I never take the right one, regular size, because if someone else comes in, their only choice, because they're probably not like me, pee in the small one, they're going to come to the middle one. So I'm like, so I take the left one, because that way most people have the sense to go all the way to the right. You know, leave that space in between each other.
Dude, there's a rule. It's if you can help it.
Yeah.
It's a 1 urinal rule.
A 1 urinal rule.
Yeah. Is that a Seinfeld topic or something?
I don't know,
Sounds
but
like a Seinfeld topic.
It sounds like that, or like a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But like he's not my boss, but like my developer manager, you know, I went to the bathroom, went to the one all the way on the left, the little one. And then like as soon as I kind of like get ready, he comes in and he doesn't go to the one all the way on the right. He comes to the one right next to me. And
So
weird.
weird.
He's just ready to go. He zips up and I'm like, I can't
Like
perform.
farting and shit next to you,
No,
not
no.
even caring, just whistling.
Nah, he just starts talking to me, you know,
Oh,
like
that's even worse.
yeah, like he's ready, and then he just gets there and he starts flowing, and I'm like, I just got ready, but you just came and started talking to me, and got pulled up right next to me, and I'm like, I can't perform, dog. So it's just quiet. His stream's going. I can hear his stream. I don't have a stream, and I'm just like, and he's talking, and I'm just like, I'm thinking about this the whole time, like why can't I pee? And then I'm trying to talk back to him, but it's like awkward because I'm like, I know he probably hears that I'm not streaming.
Yeah, right. So you're just like,
he knows that I just walked up there. He knows I'm not done peeing now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably thinking like, where's the pee at, you know? And so like,
maybe you're past
so
the kidney stone or something.
I should have been like, ah. Oh,
He's
fuck!
he's talking to you. Hold on 1 second. Oh, man! Oh!
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. So, anyways, he's talking. And I'm just like, kind of, yeah, no,
Sure, yeah.
whatever. And then blah,
crazy.
blah. And then I just give up. So I zip up and then go wash my hands. And then he comes and wash his hands. And I'm just like, so now I'm just talking. I just gave up
Just
the fact.
ashamed with yourself.
And now I'm like, well, I can't go back there and pee now because he thinks that maybe I don't know what he thinks, but I got to give it at least 30 minutes before I go and attempt
That
again.
dude's trying to look at my wang the whole time.
It's like,
He
man,
wasn't even peeing.
why are you just freaking, dude, just pull up right next to me, bro.
It's just that feeling of having your dick out. You don't want it out for a long time. So if there's no result,
if there's no,
you just the longer it takes, the longer you're.
but also like,
concerned
I don't
about
want to, it's like, man,
It's a vulnerable position.
you're
to have
right
your dick
next
out.
to me, bruh. My dick's out. There is this little divider, but it's a small divider. Why in urinals too? Why are the dividers so thin and small, dude? It's like we might as well just be peeing right next to each other. Why don't they have just tall dividers? I don't want to see your face,
I'm
dude.
just glad they've evolved to have those dividers. Sometimes places don't have that shit. They don't even care
Yeah.
about it. They don't take the consideration.
But dude,
Bars.
yeah.
About that shit.
But still though, like
Part
I
wolf
don't
just
want to
has a
see your
trough.
face though, dog. I don't even want to see
Yeah.
you. I don't want to talk to you while I'm
Please.
peeing. You know what I'm saying? Like
I hate those troughs. Those
Oh,
are
the
the
troughs.
worst.
I-
They're the
yeah.
absolute worst. They're outdated. There should be laws in place that no trough should exist in any bathroom.
Yeah,
You
man.
need to change that shit
This is
out.
that first world problems, you know?
That's the worst though. At Target Field, I think it's a trough or something.
No, there is. Yeah, it is. It's
hate
mainly
pee-
at
I
those
hate
kind of
those
places
things,
because you
man.
need to have you need to have a herd of people being able to pee at the same
Good
time.
God. All just like sword fighting each other like the biggest.
I don't get it. That shit is weird, you know?
Oh,
You're
it's weird.
peeing, all of a sudden someone's butt just comes up, touches you. Like, man.
Yeah. It's like being in prison.
But it's weird because really all we're doing is just unloading these particles out of our body.
Right. Yeah, it is weird.
If you look at it from a fun point of view and not a nasty point, like if it was like if you were shooting out stardust, you know, it would be kind of
like
fun.
grape juice or something.
Or like
apple
rainbows,
juice.
like Skittle juice or something, and then it would be kind of fun. It's like, hey, it's green and yellow today. It's sparkly.
If we could eat
Dude,
our
you
own,
see this stream?
if our waste was actually like super tasty and nutritious
Yeah.
and didn't look like something awful, but that's probably there's a reason behind that, so we don't eat our own shit.
Wouldn't that be
But
weird
if it was
though?
like Skittles, yeah, Skittles coming out and it actually tastes like Skittles. Who
Yeah.
would stop us?
You're just at your desk. You're like,
Taste the rainbow.
oh, Reese's today.
You got peanut butter. That's peanut butter.
Or everyone. That's how we regenerate food. So
Snickers is coming out of your
everyone's in
ass.
the lunchroom and everyone's like, they have little areas in the lunchroom. You can take
Donut.
your little bucket and. What do we got today? Oh, spaghetti. Like,
That's one way to make
like,
spaghetti. At least
So
you get the meatballs
stupid.
there.
so stupid.
Sounds like a cool like cartoon premise. Some crazy universe out there.
Oh man.
Whew. That's good shit.
Speaking of food, what's a food combo that shouldn't work but tastes great? Calimocho, cheap red wine and cola. Apparently it's big in Spain. Emphasis on cheap wine. Don't ruin the nice stuff by mixing it with Coke. And then someone said, mix nice wine with nice Coke sniffs.
Sniff sniffs.
There's this hot dog place near me that sells a hot dog that's wrapped in caramelized crispy bacon, placed in a bun lined
Ooh.
with peanut butter and topped with chili.
Stop, you get me hungry.
You just ate.
Still hungry.
Dark chocolate and Parmesan cheese are scientifically proven to be a weird yet amazing food pairing. Weird. Dark chocolate and Parmesan cheese.
Really?
Out of all the comments, I reacted with the strongest what the fuck to this pairing. Now I need it. They're also both great in chili. You can keep it that way for something savory, but I like
I would
to
have
make
never
it
thought
sweet.
about that combination.
Anything related to taste that claims to be proven is clickbait. Raspberries and whiskey. Soak the raspberries in Applejack and you'll have a good time. Jack
You'll have a
Daniels,
good time. Put a
Tennessee.
little Hennessy in there too. You'll have a good ass time.
I heard on another Ask Reddit thread that 7 Up was originally designed to mix with milk. I've tried it and it's strangely okay.
No. I think that's to set somebody up to be like, oh, I'm going to try this. And it tastes like fucking vomit.
3D Doritos and Black Forest gummy bears.
3D, gross. That's a mix of two different types of junk food.
Here's one that I know though: French fries and ice cream.
Yeah, I'll vouch for that. DQ, I
And a
usually
Frosty.
stick them in my Blizzard.
Oh, I would do it with the Wendy's Frosty, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, that's good too.
Oh,
I want to know your answer on a debate I had with my friend.
What is it?
One time I was at his house and I wanted something to drink, and they didn't have anything but milk that was sat out for a while. Like I just remember seeing it on the counter for a few hours, so I knew it was really warm. So I either had this warm milk to drink, or nothing really else. So I put some ice cubes in it just to cold it out, and drank it like that. Is that weird?
Ice cubes and milk?
But it was for necessity. It wasn't just like I preferred it like that. It
Yeah.
was just to cool down the milk. And I drank it before the ice even melted to water down the
Hell
milk.
no, I would have thought of the same thing. That's
Right.
what ice cubes are for.
I told my friend that he saw me doing it, and he's like, he thought it was the weirdest fucking thing. But this is the same dude that drank pickle juice. Like, he just...
That's weird.
That's weird. I was telling him that. Like, he'd rather drink warm pickle juice than the thought of me drinking ice with milk, or milk with ice in it.
The ice
Weird,
is just,
right?
it's a cooling factor,
Yeah.
dude. That's what ice is for. I
didn't
mean,
think it was weird.
would you put it in soda? That's weird. I mean, would you just pour water in soda? People do to dilute it, which is smart because it's so full of sugar.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, ice cubes are in soda, they're in liquor,
Mhm.
you know? So,
He thought it was the weirdest shit. And I was like, dude, I just saw you drink pickle juice. That's fucked up.
nah, dude, that is not weird for sure. I
Some
guarantee
people like
you.
their pickle juice, but what the
You can
fuck?
feel confident in the fact that that was not weird, Logan.
Good, man.
Now let me
I
ask you.
felt all numbered,
Let
too.
me ask you: is this
People thought
weird?
it was gross.
Can I ask you if something's weird?
Mhm.
So, I'm at my buddy's house and I'm using the bathroom number 2, and I'm like super constipated. I've only got like a little bit out, like we were talking about earlier, like a pebble. And so
Fruity Pebbles.
I am like super constipated. I need to get this out of me. So I told my buddy, I called him. I was like, hey, dude, can you come here? I'm having a huge problem. He's like, what's up? I'm like, I need you to finger my butthole to get that poop going. Because when I was a kid, I was constipated. I went to the doctor, and he put on a glove, and he got in there, and the constipation went away.
So, you gotta have
So
your
I
deodorant,
thought, I
right?
was like, bro, can you...
For
I mean, you
sure.
don't have to use your finger unless you have a glove or something, but you could use like a pickle, you know, like something like that. But just kind of get in there a little bit, get that poo going, you know. It's jammed. It's
Get
it's
stirring up
like,
in there, man.
yeah, like it's
Just
jammed.
get it going, man.
I mean, when you think about it, like you have something that's jammed in like a bottle, you just got to stick something in there and like swish it
it's like
around.
maybe if you put a plunger to your ass, it
Yeah.
would have sucked it out a little bit.
So, anyways, he thought I was just weird as hell for asking that.
I don't think that's weird. I think you're
You wouldn't have
spotting
done
out
that
a
for me?
homie.
So
If I was there, I would have done it, dude.
you would have did it. Yeah.
I love you that much, bro.
Yeah, man.
That I would help you out. in
Glove
this-
or no glove?
No, I would not do that shit. Fuck that. I wouldn't even do that to my own butt, man, to get it going.
Oh, what is it today?
Oh, I love some peanut
Spaghetti
butter.
sauce.
Oh, again. Making spaghetti up your butt. Remind me to never have spaghetti with you.
Yeah.
Ever.
Trust me, I don't even eat spaghetti. I'm not even Italian. You would
Wow.
be amazed.
I'm Italian. A little bit.
Yeah.
25%, I would say.
Just to let everyone
Just
know,
enough to
I was joking about
Love
that
Jersey
story.
Shore growing up.
Yeah.
Then when I got older, I was like, oh, shit. These people are a bad representation of Italian people.
Yeah, they're like the stereotypical Italian.
Yeah.
Just to let everyone know, I was joking about that story. It was a complete and utter joke.
No way.
Yeah.
What? I thought that was factual.
Nope. Pure comedy.
Well, I think you owe the audience 5 easy steps to change their lives.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna do that
You
last time.
said that shit last episode.
Yeah, so there's 5 easy steps to change your life for the better, to become more successful. And I will list them out to you with a small definition for each one. Step number 1,
Step 1.
forgive and accept who you are.
That's good.
You have to forgive your wrongdoings, your wrong actions, the time you lost procrastinating on the thing that you're trying to become successful at. You have to forgive all that because it all starts right now. Right?
Right in this present moment.
Step number 2. Formulate good habits. Take an accounting for the habits that you currently have. And like that one lady on that Netflix show, hold it with joy. And if it gives you joy, the habit, if it gives you joy, a good kind of joy, not a drug kind of joy.
Like a dirty pleasure joy.
Nope. It has to be a positive, like uplifting kind of joy. If your habit does, then keep it. And if it doesn't, or if you need to find a better time for it, then once you're done cleaning everything, reorganize your habits and your lifestyle. 3. Build a positive and a successful routine. A daily routine. Now, it doesn't need to be your whole day. It doesn't need to be step by step at all, because it's good to live in the moment and take things as they come. But it's important to have a solid routine. And if that means waking up, making your bed. Because once you accomplish, that's why in the Army they make their bed every day, because once you accomplish something the first thing of the day, the rest of your day goes that much better. And it's a proven scientific fact.
True. Even something as simple as that.
Even something as simple as just making your bed, because now you feel clean. You've accomplished something. Now, what else are you going to accomplish today? So that's one thing.
Go to the moon.
Right? Build a routine, Get that solid routine going, because it's very important. 4th step to becoming successful.
Number 4.
Make time to make time. So that means you have to make time to make
time.
You have to make time for the things that you need to make time for. So like that goes into part with like the habits and the routine. Once you have that all figured out, you have to make time for things. It's important to have that time that you need to make so you can make the time for the things that you need to make time for.
So true.
Now, step number 5, and this is the most important step. That's why I saved it for last.
Really? Because you just haven't thought of a 5th step yet, or what?
No, not at all. I have all the steps planned out, and I live by them.
And you can buy it here for $79.99.
Yeah, I live by these steps, and that's why I'm so successful. But step number 5, and this is the most important thing. Whatever you are, you have to believe it, and you have to do it. So believe in who you are. And believe in who you want to be. Because they say fake it till you make it. Well, guess what? You already made it. Boom. And that's the first step to faking it. Believe in who you want to be. And believe that you already are the person that you want to be. Because it doesn't make sense if you're not the person that you want to be. Because you already are.
And baby.
You are Logan Michaels. You are not becoming
that's me.
The person that you want to be. Because you already are the person that you are. And you can't become something that you aren't. The only thing that you can do is be better. So step number 6.
I feel the power. Oh, boy.
I'm going to throw in.
That was weird. Sorry.
I'm going to throw in an extra step.
Oh, the bonus step.
For those listeners out there,
shit.
I was saving a step.
He was saving a secret step.
So those 5 powerful rules, what are they?
I got to repeat all the 5 first rules?
Okay. Habits.
Right?
Routine.
Habits, routine. Make time to make time.
Make time to make time. That was 4. So we're missing one. Habits, routine. Make time to make time. Oh,
They had this like written out.
The last one. No, I forgot. I mean, it's in my head. It's like the password earlier. Like it's there. Anyways, you heard it. If you need to remember what it is, rewind.
Rewind the tape.
So, the thing is, step number 6, and this is the most important step over number 5. Okay, and I'm throwing it in there for free, but if you want, you can purchase the subscription for steps number 7, 8, 9, and 10.
There's more steps.
That's on my website. Yes,
but they're all more important than the last step.
No, my steps number 1 through 6 are gonna get you to where you need to be. But if you want to surpass that and become the person who you've never dreamed you could be,
wow.
7, 8, 9, and 10 steps are
selling a dream, man.
They're part of the package, okay? And the package is exclusive. And if you sign up through my email subscription, you can get that right now for only $150. We are doing a promotion right now, though. $150? Yes. So for $150, you can possibly get $150 million in your bank account with this information. It's information. Information is money. So here's the thing. Step number 6. be better. You have to
Short,
be better.
sweet, to the point.
You have
Be better.
to be better.
I'd even say do better too. Be better.
Doing
you
better
do
is
better.
being better.
You do better to be better.
When you be better, you're doing better.
To be better, you got to do better though, right?
No, because you don't necessarily have to do to be.
Because you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got it.
So those are
Oh,
the steps
shit.
1 through 6 to change your life and become a successful
Damn,
human
dude.
being. That's what I
You're here
am.
first, man.
And you can be like
Passing
me.
out knowledge right now.
Yes.
I already feel like a better person just being in your presence, dude.
Yeah, and I'm going on
Crazy.
tour. I'm going on tour spreading
Oh,
these
book
steps.
tour? Did you write a book?
No, I'm just spreading these steps.
Oh, you're just spreading your message like the Messiah himself, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's $50 to get in, and
Cool.
all proceeds go straight to my bank account.
Wow. Straight to your PayPal. He also accepts Venmo and Cash App.
The company is called Matt's Pockets.
They're donations only, right?
Yeah.
But he would greatly appreciate it. You just
No, but
slide him some cash, you know.
That's kind of making fun of all like the influencers out there
Yeah.
who preach like positive success stories, but they're only like known and super successful for their just motivation. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you're rich and successful from motivating
up, kid.
others. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, how easy is it for you to just?
But in turn, he's successful because
He's successful
That's
because
what
he's
he's trying to do.
spreading success.
it's so weird.
It's like, hey
It's like-
man, go out there and do it. You know, it's
Yeah.
not I did. Okay? What are you doing? You're telling people to do it, bitch. What are you doing? You know?
Just sitting on his couch and getting his money because he's telling people what to do.
He's marketing, I guess. He got that good marketing
Yeah,
campaign.
it is weird. It's kind of ironic in a sense.
All right.
Let's wrap it up, man.
Let's wrap it up
Another episode.
Late
in
night.
the books.
it's in the books, in the ebooks.
Well, thank y'all for listening. As always,
Thank you, bitches.
follow the social media account at TPP Podcast. And letter I, letter M, Logan Michaels.
Letter
you
M,
got a
letter
big
M.
poker tournament, man. Good luck in that. I hope for the best.
Thank you.
Hopefully it sends you to Vegas again. That'd be super fucking fun. And
Thanks,
maybe
man.
I'll just get a ticket with you. We can fly down and can be a support system for you while I watch
Yeah.
everybody gamble. And
And if I
maybe
pay
throw in
attention to
20.
steps through 1 through 10, I'll probably win the tournament.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
So to be a better poker player, you need those extra steps too, right? 1
Yeah.
through 6 can only get you so far. as
It
a
can only
poker
get
player.
you so far. If you want
Yeah.
number 1, you have to do 7 through 10, and I will have those for you next episode.
Damn.
Yeah, 7 through 10.
Why are you just giving this out for free, man?
I
Make
love.
people get those subscriptions.
Here's the thing: if they are awesome enough to listen to this whole thing front to end, they
They're
can
already
have it for
successful.
free. Yeah, they're already
They
successful.
already have the willpower to get through
They're
this shit.
smart enough to know
They're
that
smart
this is
enough,
the
man.
podcast to be listening
They can
to.
get through this, they can get through anything, man. Well, thanks again, y'all, for listening.
Yeah.
We'll be back with another episode, probably in a week or so. Peace, peace.
Peace, out.